everyone, and welcome back to the Organized Notebook. In this video, we wanted to guide complete beginners in Notion how to just get started. So Notion can be quite intimidating or overwhelming at first just because there's just so many things you can do with it. So we wanted to show you just the basics and what you need to know to get started, and also our own experiences and tips on what to do. So let's get started. So let's start by going to your Notion, and we recommend you to follow along with us as we go, and we'll just guide you step by step on what you should do when you just first get started. So let's first examine this left-hand sidebar, which is over here, and you'll see that you have your account here, then you have search, updates, settings, and members, and plus new page. So these are quite straightforward. You can search for things in your whole Notion. You can see what updates there have been in all the pages, and you can see settings and members here. But what we really need to get concerned with is this new page. So pages are what makes up any Notion workspace. It's basically the foundation blocks of Notion. So to do anything in Notion, you need a page. So you can either add a page here like this, or you can add a main page over here like this. So let's add a page, and we can title this new page, and now you've got a page. So what's a bit confusing about Notion is that each page can also hold sub-pages. So it kind of acts as a folder, and in Notion there are no folders, so you have to organize everything into pages. So let's say that you create another page by typing /page. Then if you go to the main page, you'll see that you just created a new page. You can also create new pages by clicking this plus button, and that's also gonna give you a new page. So now we have two new pages here, and you can also duplicate a page by clicking the 6 dots here and then clicking duplicate. So now we have 3 pages inside a page. So basically you can think of it as a folder or a home page. And if we click inside, you can see what's in there. So that's basically how pages work. So you can have unlimited pages inside a page, or just organize your information based on these pages. So next, what you might want to do when you first open a Notion is you have a new page and you want to add a cover and icon. So let's add cover. We can change cover to gallery, upload, which is your own pictures, link if you have an image from the web, and Unsplash for a huge stock image library. So we'll just choose something from Unsplash. You can choose by keyword here. So let's say if we wanted a mountain, you could just choose a mountain, and we can reposition it like so and save position. So that's how you add cover photos. Then let's say icons. You have a huge emoji library. You can choose from Notion's icons, or you can add custom icons from either the web or by file. So we're just going to add an icon here, and let's say we want this to be kind of like our home page or home dashboard, then let's just click a house. And now we have our house icon. And the next thing you want to know when you set it up is that there is these 3 dots on the right hand side. And here you can change your style from default, serif, or mono. So this is just dependent on your personal style preference. And we're just going to stick with default. And the other thing is that there's the option for small text or full width. So we turn these on by default usually because it just gives you more space on the page. If you just go like this, it's very limiting. But if you go like this, you have almost double the amount of space. And everything else you don't really have to be concerned with. So we're just going to stick with this. And let's just title this Home Dashboard. So the next thing we wanted to talk about is that oftentimes beginners will then click one of these. So you just think, oh, I want a calendar here. So you click this, or I want a timeline, table, board, etc. And that's actually not a good idea because you're going to change this whole thing into a database page. And we're going to show you what that means, but we're not going to do it here because then you get stuck with it. So let's say we have another page, and then it gives you the options for these, and you're like, oh, home page. I want a calendar on my home page. So you click calendar. Well, now you're actually just stuck with this database that you just created, and you can't really add anything else here. So you're just stuck with a database, and you just have to go here and delete it if that's not what you want. So instead of doing that, what we recommend, if we go back to our home dashboard, is to go with empty page and then type slash. So if we type slash, and then let's say we want a calendar in our home dashboard, you can type slash calendar, and then you get a calendar view, and we can do plus new database, and we can do personal calendar. So in this way, you're not stuck into this database page because the database page actually exists inside here. We're only seeing a view of it. So now you might be wondering, what is a database? Well, in Notion, we have pages, which just displays information that you put in it. And we have databases. And databases are where you put data entries. And for example, if this was a journal for you, then you could click plus and you'd put journal entry. And you would put the date, you might have some tags, and these are called properties. So you can add extra information to this database page, and you can continue typing here inside. So if we click out, we'll see this journal entry here. So now your personal calendar also has a journal entry with properties, but this page is not the same as this page because it has properties. So if we open this in full view, you'll see what we mean, that you're stuck with these properties here no matter what, because this is a database page that's connected to personal calendar, and that's inside home dashboard. So this kind of layers of things makes Notion quite difficult for beginners. But now we have a personal calendar. And then the next thing that we want to show you is that everything is built on blocks in Notion. So if we click enter here and we do slash column, and let's say we want to make 2 columns of blocks. So that means that we're going to have 1 block here and 1 block here. So we have 2 columns blocks, and this is block 1, and this is going to be block 2. And now what you can do with blocks is drag it around and do whatever you want. So we could just move this calendar to block 2. And now block 2 contains our personal calendar. So we can even say personal calendar. And you could highlight this and you can change it from text to heading, let's say 3. And you have a little heading here. And whenever you highlight text, you usually get all of these options. Like you can make it a link, you can change the type of text, you can put a comment, you can bold it, italic, underline, and so on. You can even change text colors like this or background colors. So highlighting text, you'll be able to do all sorts of things. Now you have personal calendar in this block, and you can even drag this around like so. And so you have your personal calendar here, and on this side you could even make some pages. So if you type slash page and you create a new page, maybe you want a habit tracker here. So you could put a habit tracker, and if you go back, you'll see you have habit tracker. And then in the habit tracker, maybe you want actually a template, so you don't have to build the habit tracker from scratch, especially if you're a beginner. So you could just go templates, and you could search habit tracker, and you can find one that's made by Notion. We also have habit trackers on our store and in our freebies, so we'll also link that in the description. But let's say we just do get template for this, and you should see the template appear here. And there we go. So now we have this habit tracker made by Notion in here automatically. And if we go to home dashboard, we have our habit tracker. So what you can also do to create a new block under here is to click plus. So we click plus and we decide we want heading 3. You can type slash heading and heading 3. then we can type personal tools, and then you can drag it up here, and you could start putting links here of all the tools you want to use, for example, in your home dashboard. So we're just giving you examples on how you can start using Notion. If this is for personal use, you could start building that way. Or if you notice when you did /page, you could just access all sorts of templates. So the best way to learn is just by figuring out how templates work and starting to adjust them yourself. Like immediately for us, we don't really like the layout where everything is in the middle like this. So we would go to the side and do small text full width, so we have more space on for the template. So things like that you can start adjusting and learning as you go. We hope that this kind of gave you some ideas on what you can do just to start with Notion and see how it's made. And let us know in the comments if you have any questions or anything you were confused by in this video, and we hope to see you in the next one.